Nirmiti Consultants welcome all the dignitaries in this session of presentation and discussions in the topic Technological Solution for Storage Capacity Augmentation and Permanent Evaporation Retardation for Accelerated Irrigation Development in the State. Through this presentation, we will see the present scenario of irrigation development, the innovative technology or methodology, and its impact on various social aspects. And after delivery of the presentation, the queries from the delegates will be replied. It is an undisputed fact that irrigation plays key role in the development of the states where more than 50% of the population is dependent on agriculture. The heavy project cost, land acquisition, forest clearances, rehabilitation, and resettlement issues are the main constraints limiting the process of development and giving rise to social discomfort. It is needless to mention that number of water resource projects suffers time and cost overrun on this count. The issues of consistently reducing per capita availability of water and the blow of climate change are the factors sharpening the edge of the challenge. It is submitted that the indigenous technology, namely MRIVAP, Mata Ramai Irrigation Value Addition Program, is a boon, addressing all the limitations, constraints, and also the challenges to considerable extent, and ultimately facilitating accelerated irrigation development, that too upkeeping the various policies. It is added that the technology is at scaling stage on various projects in the state of Maharashtra. This is a sincere attempt to take the technology to various states for accelerated national development. In furtherance to that, it is submitted that the technology is significant for all, means the completed projects, ongoing projects, and future projects too. In the prevailing practice, it is necessary to acquire lands for submergence. The lands falling below the acquisition line, which is the FRL line for minor irrigation projects, and FRL plus some increment like half flood lift for the rest projects. This attracts heavy expenses towards land acquisition, compensatory afforestation, also towards rehabilitation and resettlement. Also, this mechanism gives rise to time and cost overrun on the count of oppose by the landowners, fund shortages, also forest clearances. Also, the present methodology has its own limitations over the evaporation losses and environment resilientness of the project. These factors are also addressed through the technology. In this technology, the earth, soil, silt, and murum from the submergence is excavated and laid in the fringe area in the land belt of acquisition line and a contour selected below the FRL. The top of bank work is raised up to maximum wave height plus 150 mm and in some cases up to MWL. An earthen bund or murum blanket with 20 cm thick stone revetment is constructed towards the water retaining side for giving stability to the reclaimed land. RCC or pre-stressed concrete retaining wall or sheet piles or any other retaining structure can be the substitute to the earthen bund or blanket depending upon the circumstances prevailing. Fast and tall growing bamboo of proper species is grown in the narrower width of 10 meters towards the water retaining side to act as effective windbreaker. The effect of embodiments in the technology on parameters causing evaporation can be seen from the table. As is seen in the table, every parameter has had a positive impact on reduction on evaporation. The main parameters are water spread area, wind velocity, among others. The retardation is assessed through mathematical model or Dalton's fundamental equation. Here we can see that V tend to 0, alpha tend to minimum, VW minus VA also tend to 0, and hence reduction in E be 75%. The influence zone of windbreaker area is always questioned. Please refer the figures. The influence area is 25H. The triangular zone is quiet zone. Necessary to maintain difference at minimum, and beyond this, the turbulent zone. Now refer the next figure. In this methodology, we have the windbreaker on both the sides. This arrangement causes horizontal flowing of wind current in spite of the downward as in earlier case. This ultimately widens the silent zone. The possibility of water cyclones is eradicated in toto, adding premium to the saving. The above explanation clearly shows that more than 80% saving at zero operative cost can be achieved through MRI-VAP. Benefits caused or social impact through MRI-VAP. As stated above, MRI-VAP is beneficial for all projects, that is, completed, ongoing and future projects. It can be seen from the following factual examples. We can see land costing about 20 crore and 500 crore is reclaimed in just 3.21 and 230 crore respectively. The tune of capacity restoration and evaporation saving can also be seen. Here, we can see the project cost is drawn down to less than 50%, that too eradicating the need to acquire lands. The storage restoration, evaporation saving, and environmental benefits are additional ones. We can see that the lands costing more than investment are reclaimed and assets are created or acquisition is substantially saved, reducing the project cost. Substantial evaporation reduction and capacity restoration augments project efficiency. Through carbon sequestration, clean and green energy, the project becomes environment resilient. The land reclaimed, additional availability of water, carbon credits, and carbon biomass are the newly generated sources of income. Methods of implementation through PPP and farmers' beneficiaries' participation. Tourism development in WR projects. The development of tourism in water resource project is the policy. Accordingly, all the WR projects in closer vicinity of tourism-intense locations can be developed just by calling EOI. The entrepreneurs may come forward if some lands are given on long lease to him. Development of project by Ayurveda pharma industry, seed industry, agri-processing units, dairy farms and likewise. These industries require fertile lands with assured irrigation support. The industries will come forward if such reclaimed lands are given in concession agreement to the investor. This method also causes opportunity to the local farmer in the cultivation activity. Agrogas industry. Recently, the Union government has declared creation of 5,000 agrogas projects in the country. A corpse fund is created and a subsidy of 35 crores per project is eligible for each project. Bamboo is the excellent raw material, and hence these projects can be developed under the scheme. Sand and silt dredging. The National Sand Mining Policy states that sand mining from reservoirs is not viable only due to heavy costs of land involved in providing lands to deposit the dredged silt. This technology is a solution over the problem. Farmers' participation. A cooperative society of the farmers whose lands are eligible for reclamation should be formed, and the WRD should give rights to the society to develop the project and utilize the lands for long-term lease period. The society will raise their own funds, engage their consultants, get the project approved by competent authority, and complete it. The society will enjoy the use of lands and water at very cheaper costs, and the government will enjoy additional command, also climate change benefits. Social impact. Highly fertile lands will be available to the farmers, which will boost agricultural and rural economics. The additional irrigation will cause benefits to more farmers, causing accelerated benefit to agriculture sector. The PPP and farmers' participation will reinforce the rural economy in accelerated manner and also create employment opportunities in rural area. The bamboo cultivation and value addition causes strengthening of rural economics. Checking climate change will improve the rainfall cycle, also will improve the agricultural productivity. The lands or forests saved from acquisition and the lands reclaimed will be a lifetime asset for food and grain production. The saved project costs and improved water use efficiency will improve the GDP. As already discussed, the technology is at scaling stage in Maharashtra. We request the dignitaries to please do the needful for facilitating the policy decision in the state for accelerating the irrigation development as per various policies. We, as the IPR holder of the technology, will be with you for catalyzing the process. Thanks.